Yeah, welcome back. So the final portion which I am going to cover in projects of solids is suspended solids. So what are the suspended solids? Because generally the solids will be kept on ground. When it shows some reference, for example, it can be kept on HP on the ground. We can base on the ground or base on, because some reference will be there. But in this particular case, it has to be suspended. So if I want to suspend, let us say I will suspend from one of its corners, or I can suspend from one of the base edges. See, I can suspend from anywhere, but anyway, if I say suspended means it has to correspond to a point only now. That's the reason generally what we consider is a particular solid is suspended from one of its corners. But generally we do problems on suspended solids for pyramids. Okay, just as an illustration, I am just going to show this. So this is, what is this? So as you can make out, square base, then square base has got 4 isosceles triangles now. So I can consider this to be a square pyramid. Okay, now I want to suspend this. So this suspended can be done, either you can suspend from here also. So if I just tie a thread here, if I just try a thread here, if I just leave it, what will happen? Just see this, this is all suspended only. Okay, so if I suspend in this way, that will say that your base is still parallel to HP. That is, if I suspend from the apex, no change will happen. Okay, but generally we have some typical solutions whenever we are suspended from one of its corners. Okay, let us say in this particular case, I want to suspend this from one of its corners. Let us see this. Just suspended one of its corners now. Can you just make out what is happening now? Since I have suspended from a corner, your base is nearer to the observer, whereas your apex is nearer to the plane. That is, in this case, it is nearer to the HP. Now, you should remember, when this particular solid is suspended, obviously first it will try to oscillate. Then it is going to stop at an equilibrium position. Which is the equilibrium position? I think some of the students now we can just make out. If I say suspended solid, anyway it's suspended from here now. Now it has to be in equilibrium position. Obviously now I need to bring another important term here, that is known as center of gravity. That is center of gravity of this particular solid. That is of this particular square pyramid. So where do you get the center of gravity for the square pyramid? So if I just see like this, so consider this is my pyramid. Where do you get the center of gravity? Point. Generally, it's of course it should be on the axis line. So axis line, but it is at 1/4 distance from the base or 3/4 distance from the apex. Okay. Now I need to locate the center of. Now tell me, once I suspend this, what will happen to this particular point where I am suspending and the center of gravity point? What will happen to that? We can see that once I suspend this from one of its corners, then in the equilibrium position, this particular corner and the center of gravity should be vertical, or the center of gravity and this corner should be perpendicular to xy. That is in the second stage. So what I do in this particular problem, if you want to consider this problem, first what I do is I will just draw the figure in this way. Because anyway I want to suspend from the corner now. Now since I want to suspend the corner, I will keep the solid on HP itself. The base on HP such that the corner will make equal inclination. So I will just write in this way. That is, in the front view, in the top view I will get this square which is make equal inclinations. Then I will draw the corresponding front view. In the second stage, what I do is, anyway I told you that this is my corner now, so I just suspend like this. So once I suspend in this way, as you can see now, I already shown you. So once I suspend in this way, your base is away from the xy line, or it should be nearer to your observer, then apex will come down. So it will be like this. So second stage, I am going to fulfill this suspension. Okay. In the third stage, but anyway, once I do this, you can make out, since it is suspended from one of its corners, since your corner and the center of gravity is HP, what about your axis now? axis is become inclined to HB. Axis inclined to HB, but it is still parallel to VP. So second stage, that is suspension can be fulfilled in second stage. Maybe the third stage, what I do is, I will say one more statement saying that a vertical plane is like this. A vertical plane containing the axis. But anyway, I told you that now the axis is parallel to VP, but of course now it is inclined to HP. I can say a vertical plane containing the axis, that is this particular plane, is inclined at some 45 degrees to VP. So once I do that, then axis will also become inclined to VP, so that it is a problem wherein I can show it in 3 stages. Understood? So second stage is like this, wherein since the axis, they suspended from one of its corners, the axis is become inclined to HP, but it is still parallel to VP, so that this suspended solids can be shown in only 2 stages. But if you want to have the other inclination, I will say that a vertical plane containing the axis is inclined at 45 degrees VP. Since you just again recollect back, if I say vertical plane containing the axis inclined, means your beta angle is directly given. So beta is given directly. Is it okay? But instead of that, if I say simply axis is inclined at 45 degrees VP, then I need to determine the apparent inclination. So always remember this, that beta angle has to be calculated when I have given the true angle. If I have given the apparent angle, then I need to take directly beta angle has been given in the problem. So which are those cases? We just recollect back. I told you 3 cases wherein beta angle would have been given directly. So what are those cases? One is a vertical plane containing the axis. Axis appears to be top view of the axis. If I give these 3 statements, that will say that beta angle has been directly given. Okay, now let us do this problem on the board. Okay, now let us consider a problem. As I said, let us say draw the projections of a square pyramid of, let us say, base of 35 mm and axis 60 mm is suspended from one of its corners. Okay, and draw its projections such that a vertical plane containing the axis is inclined at 45 degrees to VP. Okay, now since I wanted to say that it is the corner has to be suspended, I need to start from top view. How do you start the top view? Since I wanted to have that corner point, I want to suspend, that should be actually seen as a point. No, since it should be seen as a point, that particular corner should be taken equally inclined to VP in the initial figure. Okay, let me draw that. So draw the corresponding front view, because anyway initial figure I can just take on x1 line itself. If you want, you can also take above x1 line, no harm in this case. But anyway, customarily, generally we take on x1 line. So let me take this on x1 line. So A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, O dash. So as you can see, since the apex is nearer to the observer, I can see all the slant edges. So in this figure, I need to draw all the slant edges. So just you have to remember. Okay. So especially for pyramids, you have to show this whether it is visible or not visible. But in this case, since it is resting on its base on the ground, for the observer, apex is nearer, so that I can see all the slant edges. Okay, now anyway I want to suspend one of the ends. Let us say I want to suspend from A dash, from this corner. Now I told you that if I want to suspend from this A dash, as I demonstrated just now, your center of gravity and this particular point should be vertical. So obviously, first I need to locate the G dash. So where do you get G here? As I said, your G should be on the axis. Anyway, axis here concealed within this line itself, and it should be 1/4 from the base or 3/4 from the apex. Okay, let us say this is full length, half length. Let us say somewhere here I put it. So this point I can consider as G dash. So I can say this is the line joining the corner with the center of gravity. Is it okay? So now in the second stage, what I should do? I need to suspend from this A dash. Since I want to suspend from A dash will be just nearer to me only. Okay, and then this A dash and G dash should be vertical. So what I do for that is, first I am going to consider this particular triangle. I am going to get the triangle, then using the construction method I can complete the figure. Is it okay? So let me do this. To suspend from this corner A dash. So once I suspend from A dash, initially this particular pyramid keeps on oscillating. Then finally it will come to equilibrium position wherein your line joining A dash to G dash will be vertical. That is the reason I have just redrawn this particular figure. Now we can see that in this particular first stage, axis was still perpendicular to HP. Now what has happened here? Since I suspended from this particular corner, axis is getting inclined to HP. Okay, that is axis inclined to HP. As you can see, in the other problems I would have given that axis inclination to you, or I would have told that one of the faces, your slant edge or a triangular face is resting on HP or parallel to HP. In that particular case also your axis would have been inclined to HP. But here I given in way of suspending this particular square pyramid. Okay, now I need to get the new top. How do you get the new top? As usual, draw the projectors from the previous top view and the new front. So let me do that. So draw the projectors. Then draw the horizontal projectors from the previous top view. Then get the points as usual. So A, B, C, D, O. Okay, now how do you complete this figure? Procedure. What is the procedure? Observer, object, XY line. Which is nearer to him. Now if it is a pyramid, I should look for apex or the base. So now for the observer, base is nearer to him. Complete the base first. That is A to B, B to C, C to D, D back to A. Step 1. Step 2 is boundaries. Then the slant edge which is nearer to the observer. So for the observer, this particular slant is nearer. Not only that, this is a visible point. This is a visible point. So resulting line has to be visible. Okay. What else is missing? Look for the other slant edges because there is only one base already I have taken care of. So which are the slant edges still I have not taken? See already AO, BO, DO. So which is the only remaining? OC. And for the observer, this is the farthest. Not only that, already this base is visible. I told you that within the visible base, you should not have any other solid lines. Obviously, it should be done. So I can show only partly because this has been concealed by the slanted AO itself. So I can show only this one. Even the axis also I cannot show here. So now we can see that in the second stage, the axis is inclined to HP, but it is still parallel to VP. But I would have given one more statement. That is, anyway, as I told you, suspension is up to this only. It is over. But now I can say that a vertical plane. So remember, if I am considering a plane in the top view, it is a vertical plane, and if I consider a plane in the front view, it is a horizontal plane. Remember that. If I say horizontal plane means inclination should be the reference to HP. If I say vertical plane means your inclination should be the reference to VP. Why it is so? If I just consider a plane like this, anyway this is my top view now. So top view means I would have taken the plane in this way. So plane is what? It is perpendicular to HP but parallel to VP but if I incline it, it's vertical only. So now what I am going to give in this problem is, we have a vertical plane which is containing this particular axis, or which has got the axis within this particular plane itself is inclined at 45 degrees. That would say that your apparent inclination would have been directly given. If I do the similar thing in the front view means I would have given the horizontal plane. So if I say horizontal plane, I would have said that a horizontal plane contains the axis inclined at 45 degrees to HP. Just say this HP. So you should remember, if I say vertical plane with reference to HP, with reference to VP we say, if it's a horizontal plane, especially in the front view, we say to H. Because anyway, always remember, in the top view, VP details will be given. I can see only VP details, whereas in the front view, I can see only HP details. Okay, now I need to redraw this figure such that a vertical plane containing where is the axis here? This is the axis. So this particular vertical plane containing the axis is inclined at 45 degrees. Now again I can see two cases. Either I can say this, after making this vertical plane inclined at 45 degrees, either I can say that your apex is nearer to the observer or away from the observer. Let us say if I say that your apex is away from the observer, I would have taken in this way. So that your apex is nearer to the xy plane or away from the observer. Or if I say that apex is nearer to the observer, then I would have written the figure in this way. Is it okay? Now since nothing is mentioned, you have liberty of redrawing this figure, either considering apex nearer to the xy line or away from xy line, or nearer to the observer or away from the observer. So let me redraw this figure now, okay? So now, as I told you, I have just in the problem given that a vertical plane containing the axis is inclined to 45. That would say that your beta angle has directly given to you as 45 degrees. I have just redrawn this figure such that your apex is nearer to the xy line rather than nearer to the observer. That is, it is away from the observer. Now I want to draw the new front view. So draw the new front view. I can draw the projectors as usual. So draw the projectors from the new top view, that is vertical projectors. Then vertical projectors from the new top view, then horizontal projectors from the previous front view. Okay, let me mark the points now. So A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, then we have O here. Okay. Now, how to complete this figure? Same procedure. That is, for the observer, base is nearer rather than the apex. So, I need to complete the base here. So, which is the base here? A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E. This is the base here. Then, I need to, next step, boundaries. So, which are the boundaries here? That is extreme lines here. So, this is the extreme line here. This is another extreme line. Extreme line. Now the other slant edges. Which are other slant edges? That is your O dash, A dash and O dash, D dash. Anyway it passes through this. So obviously for the observer they are the farthest. So obviously it should be dotted. And axis also I can show as usual. So let me show the axis. So if you just remember, this is what I have demonstrated. Yeah, now I just demonstrated now earlier, but now we can just see what we got. So if you just see this figure in the front view, I just written in this way only. Just can you see this? And in the top view, for the observer, base is nearer, apex is, so you can see this. For the observer, your apex is away from him. So you can just see this. That's the reason you will get this figure. Apex is nearer to XY line, that is nearer to VP here. Is it okay? And if you look from the top, so you can see the top, so this is the figure what we got. And if you look from the front, this is the figure I got. Is it clear? So I think no need for imagination. I am just giving you just the whatever we got, whether it is correct or not. Strictly speaking, for you, no need to imagine. You have to simply follow the procedure. So if we simply follow the procedure, everything will be put place. Is it okay? So I think this is my last class for projections of solids. I wish you good luck in your examinations. And if you have any doubts, please, once you come back to the college, always all of us are available. So you can just contact your concerned faculty and get the doubts clarified. Okay? Thank you.